Hello, everyone. Welcome to Boxing Blog Center. And of course, if you're new to the channel, make sure you click the like and, of course, the subscribe button right now. And also go to the notification bell icon, click it, and select all. So every time I drop a new banger, a new exclusive video, you will definitely be notified. Breaking news. Anthony Joshua, the unified heavyweight king of the universe and the only two-time current unified heavyweight ruler of the whole wide world in the heavyweight division. I stated that he believes, he's not been biased, but he believes Andrews Jr. beats Dillian Whyte. Yesterday I kind of had a little argument with my bro, Emma Tom regarding regarding the fight, saying that I don't know if Dillian Whyte can handle the speed of Andrews Jr. because he's never fought someone like that. Ruiz Jr. is not, a guy to be messed up with. The guy is not an easy fight for anyone. Okay, for anyone. Ruiz Jr. You might look at Ruiz Jr. and say, well, the guy is, maybe he's lost it. Only few people in the evolution can beat the original. In fact, original has the opportunity of beating. He has the chance to beat Deontay Wilder because Deontay Wilder has never fought a guy as fast like Andrews Jr. By the way, if you're watching this right now, make sure you comment on the live chat. Of course, we're gonna highlight your comment, on the screen. You're gonna see it. So I'm right here, my bro. Ty Jagbe, and we'll definitely be right here very soon with Emma Tom, our bro. So Ty Jagbe, what's popping, bro?
Hey,
What's popping?
what's up, everybody? What is going on? Been a while.
So if you're watching, make sure you click the like button. So, I mean, bro, Andreas Jr., you know, um, how much of a chance do you give him against Dylan White? Like, Joshua said in an interview with IFL TV, saying, "Listen, he said, listen, I don't want to be biased. It's not like maybe I'm a little bit biased, but I feel like Anders Jr. beats Dillian White. That's what he said. He's just kind of keeping it real. I know some people don't really like that, especially if you're a Dillian White fan, which I can understand. But I think styles makes fights. The original style might be a very wrong style for Dillian White. Not that he cannot beat him, he can, but I don't know how Dylan White is going to be under, if he doesn't switch up, his style a little bit. If he doesn't tweak them things a little bit, the movement has to be there. And I've never seen Dylan White move before. So can you please, give a take on that?
Uh, I'm surprised Anthony Joshua said that. You know, well, I guess he's being totally honest to what he thinks is going to happen between Dylan White and Andy Ruiz, and I myself, that fight can absolutely go either way, 50-50. But I'm leaning towards Dylan White. If Dylan White comes in shape, I've been, Dylan White's main problem is his terrible stamina he has in the ring. I mean, it is just pure garbage. The way he fight, not his fighting style, just the way his stamina is. And I really hope he brings in another trainer that can help him out with that. By the fourth round, he's already gassed out. And while that fifth and fourth 5 rounds are going, his opponent is already breaking him down, hitting him to the body, having him fight backwards, which he's not very good at. Having him move around the ring, which is going to get him more tired. So by the time he's trying to regain his strength and stamina, he's already done. The opponent has already punched his lights out already. Which is going to make him harder for him to recover. And if he goes against a guy like Andy Ruiz, who is a heavyweight that puts together good punches, combinations, along with his hand speed, he's Dylan White's going to have a big problem, man. I mean, Look at the way he fought Parker. Parker had a problem with Andrew Ruiz, and Parker's a way faster fighter than Dillian Whyte is. You know, but if Dillian Whyte comes in and he comes into shape, it's gonna be a good fight, you know. And Andrew Ruiz right now, you know, he's looking for himself. There's speculations going around that he's gonna fight. He's gonna be looking for a new trainer, which I'm hearing that is gonna be Teddy Atlas. I don't know how much of a chemistry that's gonna be with them two, you know. But with it, it's just both fighters coming in and ready. If these guys come in and ready, then it's gonna be a hell of a fight. I gotta tell you, it's gonna be a hell of a fight, and I can't wait to rewatch it. But my money's going towards Dylan White because of Andrew Ruiz's last performance and the lies he has told everybody. So I got to lean towards a little bit of Dylan White now, unless I see anything new regarding Andrew Ruiz, maybe his trainer, his training. Maybe he shows us something different on his social media account. If not, I'm gonna go with Dylan White this time. Hopefully, his trainers and everybody gets him ready and in shape. He cannot come in at 280. Dylan White must come in at around. I would say the best weight for him is 250 to 260. Both fighters fight tremendously well at 250 to 260. And, you know, Dylan White has the power. Um, Andrew Ruiz has the hand speed. The power is not there for Andrew Ruiz. What people get wrong is they think he has power. No, the Dylan Andrew Ruiz has the hand speed coupled with his combinations that is so dangerous. You know, that gets the opponents. So I think it's going to be a great fight. I cannot wait. I want to know what the fans think. What do they think of how who's going to win this fight and by how? But you know, I want to see if Dylan White drops Andrew Ruiz. That is going to be a big thing to see if Dylan White drops Andrew Ruiz because you know Dylan White, Andrew Ruiz doesn't have that much of a good guard. But let's hope his new trainer makes him start using his guard. But it's going to be a good fight overall, and I can't wait till I see it.
Very nice statement from you. Like, do you think what can work on his movement?
Yeah, I think he will work on his movement if he loses the weight and he's able to actually move. I want people to realize that Dylan White can actually move if he wants to. You know, there's nothing stopping him from moving around. You know, if he moves
Hmm.
around and actually jabs, and Dylan White can actually, if he goes in the middle of the ring, oh my God, I can't even tell you how amazing this fight is gonna be. If both fighters go in the middle of the ring and then they start trading blows, you know, it's gonna be a good fight. I can't even tell you how much of a good fight it's gonna be. You know, I just want to see if Dylan White's gonna drop Andrew Ruiz. Is what I'm trying to see. You know, because Dylan White does have the can't do it. You know, his what is he known for? His
Left hook.
his left hook. He could do it, man. This guy has a good. He's that left hook is dangerous. You know, but let's see if he could do it. That's what he got Parker with. But let's see if Dylan White can do it. But I'm definitely going with Dylan White, man. You know, this guy, I think he has more to prove. He can't lose because if he loses, it's just gonna take away from the momentum of the Wilder fight, and people are gonna be like, you know, Dylan White. We've been saying it all along. He's not that much of a great fighter, you know. But I really want him to step it up. I really want Dylan White to step it up. I don't think he has stepped it up ever since he fought Anthony Joshua. People are saying he did, but I don't think so. I don't think he has stepped it up.
Very interesting. So let's go to my bro Emma Tom, who definitely have a different perspective to this. Emma Tom, are you with us? I don't think so. You just left again. I don't know. You have to come in again, bro. So now, like, let me go to you, Emma Tom. Like, looking at the scenario right now, the Ever division is really, really a very good place. In a very good place right now, and how do you think? Okay, um, the rematch between Wilder and Fury goes. You know.
Okay, the rematch between Wilder and Fury. Obviously, as I've been saying with everybody else, Wilder got gifted with that draw. Everybody was not expecting Fury. Wilder's corner, they were not expecting Fury to go the distance. They thought Wilder thought he was going to go in there and run over Fury. And I said it from the get go. I'm like, no, it's not going to happen. Fury's awkwardness, Fury's long arms. He's just too tall. Like Wilder has not faced somebody like him. So the rematch, I think it's going to start off where they ended it. If Tyson Fury can continue to do what he did in the last one and actually use his ring IQ and know where he is in the surrounding and not get trapped in a corner, I think he would beat Wilder. I don't see this fight ending in a KO like like Tyson Fury predicted. I see it ending in a TKO maybe if the ref stops it. Uh, Wilder did get punched by Tyson Fury and he got stunned a little bit. So that makes me I'm still questioning uh, Wilder's chin at this point because I mean Fury is not the he's not known for his punching power. If Fury could do that to Wilder, imagine what AJ and Dillian Whyte could do to Wilder. But I think the main thing is right now is for Fury to actually go in there and box Wilder and continue to put the pressure on him. Wilder is not good. If you put in the pressure against Wilder, and Wilder cannot measure you with his left hand and try to strike you with the right, right? Because Wilder's known for that. He's trying to strike you with the right. I mean, he's trying to measure you with his left hand, or try to distract you, or try to blind you with his left hand, and then he goes in for the right. And if Fury can continue punching him and move around, it's going to be a good night for Wilder because if he can't connect with that right hand, there's nothing else he could do. And if Fury stays outside of that, away, just away from his hand, it's gonna be a very long fight for Wilder, and I think he could lose that. He could lose that fight, and I do see this fight going maybe up to the 11th round. Somebody is definitely gonna get knocked out. I do see it happening. Fury did bring in the a new trainer, I believe, Emmanuel Stewart. Uh, I'm not too sure how they. I know they are related, but I'm not too sure if that's the cousin, the brother. But
Okay, okay, wait. Am I to talk? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I'm hearing you. Can you hear
Okay,
me?
okay, good, okay, good. You know when you're using it, don't hesitate when you're using the stuff when you're
Okay.
on the stream. If you use your phone, then you automatically automatically exit. So let's go to you, bro. Let's go to you because I want to hear your take on this. I know you are a huge Dillian White fan, and I know you want to give you know your take for sure on the subject. So, Anthony Joshua said today that, yeah, he thinks Anders, beats Dillian White. Your take on that?
I mean, I heard Anthony Joshua said that, and he also said maybe I'm biased, maybe because and the Junior beat me. Maybe I'm biased. We have to always remember that statement he made. I am not saying this because I am Dillian White's fan, even though I am. I am going to say it in a way as a boxing analyst, as someone that loves boxing and watch boxing. I will always give a fair, contribution whenever I talk about boxing. You know,
Hmm, hmm.
I'm going to be very, very sincere. I'm going to call it the way it is. What I always say and what I always want people to understand is who was Andrews Jr. before the greatest upset took place in 2019 with Anthony Joshua. He always been fighting. Whom had he, in one way or the other, knocked down 3-4 times in one match. So we always have to look into antecedent before we build up what we are about to say. You know, he has always been fighting. It is true, he was hidden. He was not exposed to fighting the fight he was supposed to fight. But what were the fight he was supposed to fight? Fighting Wilder. Outside Wilder, who again? No other person. You know? So he did the unthinkable with Anthony Joshua. Would that make me give him a free ride after I saw his last performance? That he could beat Dillian? Dillian have been tested. Dillian have gone through the darkest moment in his career. When Dillian fought Oscar Rivas, don't forget the news. He had the news a night before fighting Oscar Rivas of the setup drugs of which he was not even involved. Yet he summed up himself and beat the guy and came and showcased his talents. Even when he fought Barros Wax, don't also forget the news were everywhere. That alone could have been why he should have lost that match. He came out, he took the match, how many days? 8 days to Barros Wax. He took that match in 8 days. He was not fit. He didn't train. Yeah, it's true. If that match had gone up to 12 rounds, probably would have gassed out. That is true. He was not fit. Good enough. It was a 10-round match. He won. What do I need Dillian to prove again? When Dillian fought AJ, I kept saying this to anybody that listened to me, that case to listen. When the reason Dillian lost to AJ was because AJ commanded the style that they are using. All the style that they're using is true. Style makes a fight. But the style that the orthodox style that they are using right now, who owns that style is AJ. Why did I say he owns that style? Because of the power shot in both hands with the upper shoots he has with both hands. He owns that style. He got it after he knocked down Klitschko. So Dillian was prideful to stood and exchange with AJ because the power of AJ was too much. He lost that fight out of pride. If he had moved around, probably the outcome could have been different. AJ is the best boxer, no doubt about it. So when you compare Andy Ruiz Jr. with Dillian, bro, I'm going to tell you something. Dillian is one fighter I'm yet to see him back out of any fight. Dillian want to go with the best of the best. Dillian Whyte versus Andy Ruiz Jr. is going to be a very intricate fight. But you know what? I'm telling you here right now, go and write what I'm going to say down. Any other person that is going to doubt what I'm going to say, write it down. Dillian Whyte, I know just one blow, one shot could change, the circumstance of any match, which is true. One shot could change anything. But I am telling you, Dillian Whyte coming into that match fit is going to beat Andy Ruiz Jr. There is no way Andy Ruiz Jr. would escape Dillian Whyte. There is no way, unless it's not Dillian Whyte that I know. Dillian Whyte would beat Andy Ruiz Jr. He may not knock him down. He may not knock him out. He may also knock him out. I'm not banking that he's going to knock Andy Ruiz Jr. out. No. But I'm telling you, it's going to be a good match. But at the end of the day, Dillian Whyte will beat Andy Ruiz Jr. Dillian Whyte would prefer to die in that ring than to give a loss to Andy Ruiz Jr. Even Andy Ruiz Jr. would train till tomorrow. There is no way he's going to beat Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte, of course, he knows what that match is. He knows he would have taken an easy fight. But that's not Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte is not a coward. It does not mean he would have taken an easy fight. There are other people who would have fought. Otto Wallens is there that messed up Tyson Fury. There are so many fighters they would have taken. But he deliberately took Andy Ruiz Jr. But the question is, will Andy Ruiz Jr. agree to fight him? Will he agree to fight him? Let's see. But I bet you, if that fight that match takes place right now, Dillian is going to have the day.
Very interesting statement. So there's a comment on the live chat that says, um, let me look at it right here. That says, because Ruiz beat AJ does not mean he could beat everyone else. Well, I'm not saying hey, Ruiz can beat everyone else, but what we are talking about the styles. The style of Ruiz is a very very bad style for Dillian White. I know Dillian White. He's a very hardworking guy. He has a heart. He's been in there with the best of the best. But and the original style is just something that I don't know if White can deal with. But I'm not counting him out because this is going to be a 50-50 fight. What do you think about that, Mother Tom?
Yeah, let me say something. We tend to forget that the last fight Anthony Joshua had with the Reeves Jr., it was just I want people to understand that uh, 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 that 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 AJ and Anthony Joshua just wanted to claim his belt. He did not train. He was not interested in knocking Anthony Jr. out. He wasn't interested, but he had the opportunities. He had the opportunities to have knocked Anthony Jr. out, but that wasn't the game plan. The game plan was for him to stay under the guidance of the teachers, and he stood for 12 rounds fighting under the instruction. It's called discipline. He could have gone for a kill on the Reeves Jr. and probably would have been successful and probably may not have been successful. I went back and watched that match. I saw lots of openings. See, when under Reeves Jr., don't forget, it was the double root hands. It was the speed hands of the Reeves Jr. that got him hooked up by Anthony Joshua through the upper hook, the left hook that kicked him down. So when you study that hands, the speed that hand comes with, and you are able to land one shot, expecting that it's going to land, it's going to throw like six. In the process of throwing six, bro, if you could dodge those six, because it's close, if you give him a good steady landed shot to his face, his eyes are closed. He's going to be throwing upper hooks and up to six times, your eyes are open. I saw that when Anthony Joshua registered his presence in round one with that power shot to his left eyes. Both eyes were closed. If Anthony Joshua had doubled on him at that point, he would have kept Andy Ruiz Jr. on canvas. But he did not want to step out of the fighting instruction, of the discipline he came into to fight with. So if Dillian Whyte can learn something a little bit from AJ's fight to fight Anderson Jr., I am going to be telling anybody here right now, he can knock Anderson Jr. out.
Very interesting. Um, your take on that, Ty?
Emerton's right. If you guys went back to that fight with AJ and Ruiz, AJ did have opportunities to actually take out Andy Ruiz. There was instance where I believe a knockdown could have came if AJ would have actually continued with a bit more of a combo in the second round when he went for a straight right hand. Andrew Ruiz almost fell back. You know, that's that big picture where Andrew Ruiz's head was like touching his chin or touching his shoulder. That could have been a knockdown, but not a knockout. But I felt like in the later rounds, AJ could have finished it. What I want people to understand is that, if before AJ fought Andrew Ruiz, there was a lot going on with AJ. Wilder, Big Baby Miller. I believe if we would have had a focused AJ, it would have been a different outcome with the whole situation. But unfortunately, it didn't happen. The belts went home with Andrew Ruiz. People honestly believe AJ ran, but I do not believe that. AJ had a simple game plan, and that was to box Andy Ruiz. Everybody saw what was going on. Everybody knew how to beat AJ. Everybody knew what AJ was going to do to Andrew Ruiz. There's no excuses because it seems like Andrew Ruiz's fan base are making excuses for him. Andrew Ruiz knew what AJ was going to do, and that was simply box him and box around him. What is the excuse I'm hearing? Oh, AJ ran. That's if you say he was running, then you're not a fan of boxing. I'm sorry to say, you're just not. That's just called sweet science, and he outboxed Andrew Ruiz by a long margin. And that's just the way it is. Andrew Ruiz had Andrew Ruiz holding all those belts. He could have been the most dangerous man in boxing, but he failed not to train, supposedly. He failed not to show up to camp. Like, what kind of mentality are you having? Thinking, oh, I'm gonna be at least 280 pounds and try to do what I did last time against AJ. Try to get lucky. Maybe I'll hit him in the back of the head. Maybe I'll hit a couple illegal punches in the back of the head and I'll get him again. Come on, man. You already knew what was on the line. Like, you came in ridiculously overweight and not in shape, and you were hoping to win. You could have been the main man, the most dangerous man in boxing, but you choose not to. I believe Andy Ruiz's time is gone, and that's it for him, man. I don't believe he'll ever come an inch close to getting those titles back. I'm sorry to say, God gifted you with 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 a silver platter of belts. That was your opportunity to be like, I'm gonna be focused. I'm gonna be ready for this fight. I'm just gonna be ready, and nobody's taking this away from me. But money changes you, and the money wasn't a motivator to him. To me, money's a motivator to me, but to Andrew Ruiz, it was not. It just showed him, oh, I gotta eat more, and But come up with this fight. Andrew Ruiz better be ready because I do believe um, uh, Dillian Whyte has a lot more to lose than Andrew Ruiz. He has a lot more to lose. He has a lot more to lose. That's where I'm going to leave it.
Let me read it. Let me read some comments here from King Richard Ekwe, and of course from Organic Fitness. Richard Ekwe say every boxer has a style of boxing, and the White style is intimidating and daring. It would be hasty to run into such conclusion. Let's wait to see Ruiz fight another stronger fighter and survive. That's good. That's good. And Organic Fitness, AJ ran. No matter what AJ does, the chameleons will criticize. Yeah, that's true. That's true. People always criticize. Um, by the way, okay, let's Emma Tom. Let me get your take on this
Right.
particular, subject.
Mhm.
Now, can you tell me, out of Dillian White and Andrew Jr., which guy do you think has the better punch resistance?
Yeah, I want to put it this way. You see, Andrews Jr. has a punch resistance because of his chubby nature. And number two, I also would want Dillian White not to jump into that fight, if at all that fight is able to make, with intention that Andrews Jr. is going to be clean. And Andrews Jr. wasn't clean when he fought AJ. A lot of people don't understand that it was a decision of America to, to get the belt from AJ, and they overlook. And the Junior did not fight AJ without taking something. Of course, as far as 280 that the Junior was, He wasn't showing no sign of weakness. He wasn't tired. He was still willing to go. Definitely, this guy is on something. I need boxing fans to understand. In America, taking any PED taking tests for any PED, any drugs is voluntarily. You are not forced to do it. It's a voluntarily something. It's only when your opponent brings a lot of eyebrows, no, no, and is willing to pay for you. For instance, it was AJ that paid for Miller to be tested in America. And if not that AJ paid for Miller, Miller would never have been discovered. Miller is over 300 and something pounds and never ever get tired. He will always come forward. Why? He was really on 3 PED substance. He was on 3 different drugs. Never get tired. What are you talking about? So, Dillian Whyte, the eyes are on you. The whole world is watching you. Of course, it is Dillian Whyte that has a lot to lose. That is true. So if you overlook and refuse to pay for Andy Ruiz Jr. because Andy Ruiz Jr. would not take any test, it is you, if you have to fight Andy Ruiz Jr., you must be willing to pay for him to take PED tests, to take drug tests. So that you don't have to, because you gas out, I believe because you've not been training properly, that's why you gas out easily. But you have to make sure that the Junior does plays with you on even play field. Because I don't want you to lose this opportunity that you fought for a long time. So we are yet to really test and see and the Junior's gene when he is not on drugs. Let me put it that way. The last fight he fought AJ, sorry, bro. It was a decision of America for the belt to come back to the United States. He was on drugs. He was on something. So we could not have testify his gene. There's no way we'll be able to know. We know Dillian Whyte fights not on drugs. We know Anthony Joshua fight not on drugs. All those United Kingdom fighters, they don't take drugs because they are tested. But I cannot be a certain to American fighters because it's voluntary. I don't know if I've answered the question.
Yeah. I mean, so you are saying, okay, but naturally, Ruiz Jr. proud to, you know, being dropped by Joshua, like getting dropped by Joshua, like prior to that, he had never been stopped or dropped, like never been dropped once.
Then
But
we also have to look into those fighters Luis Jr. had fought in the past. And look into those fighters. Whom did he fight in the past? Yeah. Apart from Parker, who are other fighters that Luis Jr. fought? I'm
well, he
sorry, I
fought
have to question.
Dimitrenko, he fought Kevin Johnson, you know, he
Which
fought.
Kevin Johnson did he fight? Which Kevin Johnson did he fight? Is it the real Kevin Johnson or the Kevin Johnson that was about to leave the boxing ring?
Well, I don't know if they read Kevin Johnson or no.
It's like saying, oh, he fought my brother Samuel Peter. Then I asked, which Samuel Peter did he fight? Did he fight Samuel Peter that dropped Clisto 3 times? Yes. And that reminds me, when we talk about the Virginia with the fast hands, I don't know if you guys have ever watched Samuel Peter's fight. Samuel Peter has fast hands. But the difference between Samuel Peter and Andy Jr. is Samuel Peter has fast hands and fast legs too. Hello.
Mm.
Andy Jr. only has fast hands, no legs. So Samuel Peter in his prime was absolutely a dangerous monster. That was what, in fact, that was the birth of Nigerian nightmare. You need to go back and see how he fought Tony, I've forgotten his surname. Get back and watch.
You mean
Uh,
Jim Stoney?
huh?
You mean Jim Stoney?
No, Tony is an American here. He was a very dangerous guy. He was as heavy as Samuel Peter. When Samuel Peter beat him, he made a lot of
Is it
noise on how he's going to knock Samuel Peter out.
Tony
You know,
Thompson? No, no.
uh, not Thompson. No, not Thompson. No, not Tony Thompson. No,
You sure it's not James Tony?
That's what
James
I'm saying.
Tony.
I
James
said in the
Tony. Yeah,
floor, So
James
he
Tony.
said
Yes.
no.
Yeah. So Samuel Peter was a repeatable fighter with both good hands, fast speeds, and anything you talk about. So this glory of glorifying Ruiz Jr. overnight came as a result of desperation, of not wanting AJ to take the fight immediately. And that glorification was exposed. So whoever said that AJ was on the bike running is a coward in boxing. Because AJ won all the round, all the round. Maybe he lost only one. I won't even say he lost it. He won all the round. He never backed up. He was always in front to fight. So what are you talking about? Because you say he was on his bike running simply because you never wanted the outcome that happened. So if Andy Jr. had defeated him, that's when you would have been happy. No, he did what he needed to do. He came out with a boxing skill. Bro, AJ is one boxer that keeps evolving. AJ has no stop. He has no boundaries. Unless the only boundary AJ will have is if he stopped training. As long as AJ continues to train, he is still evolving. And I doubt any boxer, I keep saying it, there is no boxer in the roster right now. Maybe there is that we don't even know, just like at the region that we did not know, that can beat AJ. The current boxers right now, with the evolving of AJ, with his bike legs, with his horse hands, bro, what are you talking about? AJ will dominate this era for a very long time. The boxing people understand. That's why they don't want Wilder closer to AJ. But whether you like it or not, that fight will eventually take place, or Wilder will be a coward forever. I don't know if I've answered the question.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Anyway, guys, for those of you guys who are watching, thanks. And I appreciate you all. Make sure you like this video, share it, and subscribe. Give your take, and follow us on our social media platform. On Instagram at Boxing Blog Center, on Twitter at Boxing Blog, and on Facebook at Boxing Blog Center. Let us know your take. Below, and of course, stay tuned for more exclusive content, exclusive bangers, man. Cheers, guys.